The Three Cape Ladies, yeah, we first started producing the Three Cape Ladies in 1997, and it was actually slightly born out of the fact that Pinotage at the time, Pinotage, I'm sure you all know, it was cloned in South Africa by a guy called Dr. Perrault in the 1920s, I think 1929, and it's a cross between Pinot Noir and Sunso, or Hermitage, some people call it Sunso. And it was South Africa's most widely planted red varietal for a very long time. That's not the case now. Cabernet is now the most widely planted red varietal in South Africa. And in 1994, when sanctions were lifted, I think the stupid sort of marketeers thought, hey, we got a unique selling point here. Nobody else is growing Pinotage in the world, or not really on a commercial basis. And so let's go and flood the international market with Pinotage, because we do it best. We're the only people who do it, and it was an absolute disaster. And it probably put the South African wine industry back 4 or 5 years. And to be quite honest, if there wasn't the Nelson Mandela effect and the very feel-good factor about South Africa at the time, it would have been probably a lot more serious. And so, and I think there's lots of reasons for the poor quality of Pinotage. Firstly, I think a lot of the vineyards had virus in them, so the fruit was never able to ripen properly. A lot of the vineyards were planted in the wrong sites, and the wrong clones in the wrong sites, and the winemakers in the cellar just didn't really care for it too much. It was about getting it in a bottle, putting it on a shelf. But I think that has changed dramatically in the last decade. A lot of those old vineyards have been taken up now. New Pinotage vineyards have been planted. They've been planted on the right sites with the right clones, and they're clean. They're producing really nice pure fruit, and the winemakers in the cellar are taking it a lot more seriously. It's got a very thick skin Pinotage, and the skin management is crucial. And if you leave it on the skins for too long, you get these very harsh bitter tannins, which I think has been the problem of the past. And so you've got that very green thing running through the wines. And maybe some of that South African smoke that people have got in the past, which I think is, people have been looking into it. I think it is a winemaking issue, and I think that's getting better and better as we're moving forward at the moment. But anyway, in 1997 we couldn't get Pinotage. We got a lot of Pinotage on the farm, great Pinotage, and so we said, right, we're going to repackage it, and we repackaged it into a Cape blend. So it was Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Pinotage. This is the 2008. So this is actually Cabernet Sauvignon, Shiraz, and Pinotage. But we were the first winery in South Africa to put Cape blend on the bottle, and it was very much our view that if you called it a Cape blend, then it had to have some Pinotage in the wine. It should sort of be a minimum of 25% Pinotage in the wine. There's still no rules or regulations in terms of that, and anyone can actually put Cape blend on the bottle, even if it doesn't contain Pinotage. But certainly in South Africa now, if you look at any wine list, there'll be a Cape blend section, and within that section it'll all be wines driven by Pinotage. Yeah, it's a stunning wine. It's been barreled for about 20 months, about 40% new oak, the rest second fill. All French oak, all 225 litre barrels, and yeah, it's done exceptionally well. It's got a huge following around the world,
including
served at some of the finest restaurants around the world. It was the first ever Cape blend to get into the Wine Spectator Top 100 Wines of the World, the 2001 vintage, and so yeah, it's done exceptionally well.